Soldier Field in Chicago. It's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Leading him out in his second season from Oklahoma by way of Alabama, it's Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Hurts. He completes it to Tate. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at about the 14. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Being chased out left. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, but on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts throwing the out route and complete. That's Tate. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A give. This is Montgomery. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
Do you think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Flushed out right. He's got Burton here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Second down and goal. Wilson. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert. His third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Hurts throw here complete to Kelsey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The numbers for Travis Kelsey last week. 6 catches, 55 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now on on 2nd and 13.
Hurts. This one swung out to Williams.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Now it...
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Here's Richie James on the return.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to...
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and
touchdown 49ers! George Kittle with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. After After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a give running right is Montgomery. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And, Charles, this defense, you might say they're looking forward to a matchup like this. You like to get a team, I would imagine, when they're down, and this is a group that's lost 4 straight.
But their head coach made it very clear in his weekly media availability that everybody's a threat. We're not taking anyone lightly. He's making sure that we know that he's grinding his team this week because, let's face it, who wants to be the team to lose to someone who's lost 4 straight games?
Here's Chris Jones now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. George Kittle and the Niners ready for their next drive. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off around the 27 and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gould to add the extra point. Now he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys.
Well, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On third down, they go Montgomery. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Chris Jones now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. 15-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team, keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up first and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. And he will find his man Samuel. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. This will be caught. It's Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him. Here as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we sit, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. the Niners to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. DJ Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts caught out left side by Robinson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. They'll roll him out right. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He has been on his A game. We're in the 3rd quarter. He's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding my eyes finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's doing.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
They go play action with Wilson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Gibson. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
26 Mike.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Javon Kinlaw busting through to get him for a loss of 6. The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be third and forever.
26 Mike. Time to go, night. 26 Mike.
Looking to throw.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Chris Jones now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now they're in the hurry-up. On first down, Wilson.
He'll swing this out to Mostert.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Play action. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right.
Get off the field.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Raheem Mostert,
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here's Chris Jones now. He's been terrific so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth.
Wilson wants to throw it. Flushed out right. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Williams brings it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To try again after the sack. Hurts. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Santos able to tack on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for San Francisco, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals.